Now the next video, here comes as I promised the next video. It will be hopefully a short video, and afterwards I will cross-record my first voice message that I sent yesterday in the WhatsApp group, but this is another issue. So, what did I want to say? Yeah, I wanted to say that a lot of transhumanists or progressively minded people, also probably also members of the Illuminati order, just to mention that because it was the name of yesterday's WhatsApp group. Yeah, a lot of progressively minded people who don't like the probably most Catholic Church or the traditional Christian religions, or to give a broader example, the traditional monotheistic religions. The people who don't like them, they identify themselves as I don't know how to pronounce it, atheists or atheists. In German it's Atheisten. Atheistinnen und Atheisten. Atheismus, yes. So they say, yes, I am a hardcore non-believer of God. I don't believe in God in any way, and like that I can distance myself in the most extreme, in the most radical way from the traditional monotheistic religions or of traditional religions generally, or of any religion. Because atheism, if it's not accompanied by another belief, it's some kind of total lack of religion. But now I say, yeah, this is good. It's a good, as an intermediate step, it was good, and it was maybe necessary and understandable, because if, let's say, 200 years ago, or 100 years ago, the church was still so powerful, or the values of the church were still so powerful, and the church still had so much influence in society that the people were afraid of going further than atheism. So they just said, I don't believe in God, leave me alone, grant me religious freedom, separate the church from the state, respect me as an atheist, and respect me, acknowledge me, recognize me as an atheist. Yes, I looked for that word. I hope my brain is not deteriorating even more, so that I increasingly have to look for words in English. Yeah, I hope. But now, what I say, we have to go a step further. Now we say, yeah, maybe God exists. God might exist, but I don't believe in the doctrine of the church. I still don't believe in the church. So what to do? I absolutely oppose any tradition that the church has forced upon us, or that traditional organized religion has forced upon the people, but I believe in God. And furthermore, I don't like everything in the universe. I don't like, for example, that creatures have to suffer in the universe. And then, this is also my stance, my opinion. And then, at this stage, you say, aha, maybe we try to replace God, or because, then this is a little bit a problem, because replacing God is an interesting idea, maybe even a good idea, but it's of course also a very problematic and dangerous idea, because what if the new ruler of the universe of all universes is unjust, abuses her or his power, or its power, is a dictator. So we can still, we who believe in God but oppose the church's traditional teachings and doctrines, we can say, yeah, maybe we replace God, but then we are absolutely aware of the necessity of being truly democratic, of really, really giving every creature in the whole universe of all universes equal rights and power to decide what she, he, or it wants. Yeah, so I should say she, it, or he, because men should come last. They have been the first for millennia, and now it's time that the women come first, and the neutral entities, creatures, and then last the men. Yeah, so that everyone can participate equally with equal rights and powers in the decision-making process. Every human, every animal, every plant, every bacteria, every stone, maybe even elementary particles, everything that is defined by physics. Now I got an SMS, yes, but it was not an automatic message. Yeah. So what did I want to say? If we replace God, we have to do it in a truly democratic way, so that the liberty, freedom, right to self-determination of every creature is maximized. And the other option, of course, is co-leadership with God, negotiating the power, the distribution of power between God and us, her, its, or his creatures. Yes. If we do that, maybe it's the best kind of government or leadership or whatever, because God has created the universe in a way that suffering, at least in this world here, in the real world, is limited. We have not unlimited eternal suffering here. Every creature, at least the creatures that we know, die, and also the suffering is limited by the complexity of the neural system. And the neurons that define suffering within the neural system. So it can become better, that suffering is totally abolished, but it could also be much, 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 much worse. And this should be prevented at all costs, either by a very good and omnibenevolent government by the people, a democracy, some kind of e-democracy, by an internet, or an assembly of all creatures in the whole universe of universes. So God would be replaced, and a truly democratic virtual government or society, not a government, but that the creators themselves decide everything, would be in place, or would come into effect after God has been replaced, so that the situation improves and actually not deteriorates, or even deteriorates much, much, much horribly. I mean, the most horrible vision is probably something like a mind upload to torture all entities and creatures in the worst possible way. So this must be prevented. And the other option, and maybe this is the most likable option, and it's also in some way democratic. It's a co-leadership together with God. So we have the democracy of all creatures of the universe, and on the one hand, and God, and we constantly exchange new ideas and give advice, and then we find the best solution for anybody. Some kind of constitutional monarchy, or the monarch would be God, and his creatures would make the laws, something like that. I'm not sure. But what I want to say in terms of atheists, please, atheists, have the courage, be courageous enough to say, yeah, we now believe in God again, but not as traditional religions have told us to believe in. But we believe in God in our way. We believe that we will either maybe replace God while being aware that it is a very problematic idea, or that we will an idea that has its dangers, or that we will create a co-leadership with God, something like that. Yeah. But we will not tolerate, okay, this is a little bit negative, aggressive wording, so I should use another word. We will not, we will try to alleviate any suffering in the universe. We will try to make every entity happy, that no one should suffer anymore. And that all have maximum, whatever that means, maximum, have self-determination and liberty and freedom and that there is peace and justice among all creatures, between all creatures in the universe of all universes. So I already have to stop now. It's now soon 30 minutes, the video. Now I will look what the other guy wrote me more. Yeah, I always have to look the time. It's not very precise, the time. It's plus minus 1 minute. So it might be 1 minute earlier or later. Or maybe 30 seconds earlier or later. It's 23 o'clock in the late evening, 11 p.m. And 9 minutes. So 2309 now. And it's Thursday, 8th of November 2018. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow Teresa will come again. The woman who helps tidying up in my room. Yeah, she's very important and she's really, really kind. I'm so happy I have her. Yeah, and maybe on Saturday, the day after tomorrow, one of the pupils that I helped to acquire knowledge in conventional school subjects, but also computer science, IT, Scratch programming. This pupil will probably also come in 2 days, the day after tomorrow. Okay, now I have to stop. It's soon 15 minutes, the video. I'm not sure if the upper limit is still 15 minutes. It has been, I think, for some time. Maybe it's now longer than 15 minutes, but as long as I haven't found it out what the duration limit of the videos is, I stop before 15 minutes have passed. Okay, bye, thanks.